is President Ferdinand E. Marcos. Ferdinand Emmanuel Evelyn Marcos Sr. was a Filipino politician, lawyer, dictator, and kleptocrat, who was the 10th President of the Philippines from 1965 to 1986. Born on September 11, 1917 at Sarak, died on September 29, 1986 in Honolulu, Hawaii, United States. Presidential term December 13, 1965 up to February 25, 1986. Spouse name was Miss Imelda Marcos. The party was Ilusang Bagong Lipunan. The children of ex-President Ferdinand Emmanuel Evelyn Marcos Sr. was Bongbong Marcos, Amy Marcos, Aimee Marcos, and Irene Marcos. Siblings was Pacifico Marcos, Elizabeth Marcos, and Keon Fortuna Marcos Barbara. What is martial law, and under our laws, what are the instances that martial law may be declared? Martial law is a law administered by the military rather than a civilian government. Martial law is declared in an emergency, in a response to a crisis, or to control occupied territory. When martial law is declared, civil liabilities such as the right to free movement, free speech, protection from unreasonable searches, and habeas corpus law may be suspended. The declaration of martial law is a rare and momentous direction for a civilian government to make, and for a good reason. When martial law was declared, civilian control of some of all aspects of government operation is held by the military. This means that in the case of elected government, the representative chosen by the voting population are no longer in power. Civilians have seized control of the country in exchange for the potential restoration of order, with the possibilities that control may not be declared in the future. When martial law is declared, civil liabilities such as the right to free movement, free speech, to protect from unreasonable research can be suspended. The justice system that typically handles issues of criminals and civil law is replaced with a military justice system such as military tribunal. Martial law may be declared to reign in protest, civil unrest, coup, insurrection. It may also be declared when a country's military occupied foreign territories, such as at the end of a war. What are the pros and cons of the martial law declared by President Ferdinand E. Marcos? In the case of the Philippine martial law 1971 to 1985, there were advantages. Discipline in cleaning up the street happens, also more orderly traffic flow. There was an improvement in general behavior of the public, and rules were obeyed, cut a long due process to a short one. For instance, a suspect can be arrested without an arrest warrant. A house can be searched without a search warrant. Martial law encourages criminality, wherein encouraging all criminals offended responsible for risking safety and impunity against social. Restoration of peace is one of the main issues why martial law is important to the society. Once in a while, so that the level of crime rate can significantly go down and safeguard the welfare of the society. Peace was improving where it is the main goal, so that it will provide a measure for the society to live in peace. All society want peace in their community because they want to have the chance to evaluate their socio-economic lifestyle. The leader must have to do an immediate action so that their community will be free from any sort of disturbance that might risk the state of peace and their people are currently enjoying. Eliminate any sign of terrorist, where it is now one of the most problematic security issues affecting the safety and prosperity of a certain nation. If a terrorism is very rampant in our community, declaring martial law is necessary. There is to flush all the insurgents who are terrorizing the community and responsible for provoking harm, intimidation, and coercion for the peaceful society that you are currently living in. Also, martial law promotes equality and equity in every society. One must apply in all individual groups and organizations for all equity in such as provoking privilege and justifies any rights of every members of the society for the purpose of providing them with the opportunity to become provative in their lives. Any suspension activities or attempts to take advantage towards others will be apprehended by the law. In sum, there are more disadvantages than advantages. The evil effects suspend the good effect. Of course, not all agree with the stand of society moralists. There are those who opened that the Philippines really needed martial law. At the same time, still, there are social democrats that hypothetically opened, and if the Marcos did not declare martial law, then the Philippines could have been another communist state of the Asia Pacific. The